Hello, good morning, and welcome back. We have a brilliant week ahead of us, and I am excited to be with you this morning. I am really blessed to introduce to everybody one of my dear friends. She is a favorite go-to person, and I see her coming online right now. So we're going to be talking with Marcy Browe in just a moment. So let's see if I can connect her here. All right, and here we go. Hi, Marcy. I see you showing up. Okay, you're watching. So we're going to let Facebook connect up and do its thing. Hi, Ryan. Oh my gosh, how are you today? It's nice to see you. I'm going to give you a wave back. All right, Marcy, are you with us here?
Hi.
Hi, welcome, welcome. All right, let's see if we can get this all centered here. I see you.
I see you.
All right, you look gorgeous as always.
Thank you, Deborah. You too.
Yay, I got it. Like, I'm short, so I'm going to sit up tall.
I know.
Excellent, excellent. Well, Marcy, I'm really excited to have you here. As always, I love working with you. I think I've openly shared this enough. I can share it again with our Facebook friends that I have a solid girl crush on you, just because of who you are, what you do. So, yay.
Right
Um,
back at
yay. All right, so to our friends here that are watching us online, whether you're viewing this, whatever your social media feed is, the reason I've invited Marcy to be with us today is that she is coming back to the upcoming Dare to be D.I.N.O Women's Business Leadership Conference. Now, Marcy was attending last year, and Marcy, I remember when we were closing down the event, you pulled me aside and said, Deb, I want to be back and I want to be more involved. So what I'd like to do is, while I am gushing on you, let yourself please introduce you. Who are you and what do you do? And then we'll get into D.I.N.O, okay?
Sure. So I am a portrait photographer and I specialize in branding photography. So that's why you and I click, Deborah, because I really kind of feed into the clientele that you are working with. So anyone that is a speaker or needs to just bump up their marketing or reach a higher level client, that's the kind of person that I specialize with in my photography.
Awesome. So I want to just kind of give you some kudos. Hold on. Whoops, sorry. Are you all still here? Hold on. I'm bumping. I'm trying to wave. I'm trying to wave to some people that have joined us. Hi, we have Scott Levine is here from Park Lane Jewelry, which, yay, Scott, I'm still dressed out in bling. Yay, yay, this is part of the current line. We have Tom Martin. I'm going to just say a quick hello, Marcy. We have another Marcy watching us. So thank you, everybody, for investing a couple minutes with us. So back to Marcy Browe. So you're not just a portrait photographer. You definitely have an eye that captures the essence of who we are and what we do. And that's what I think really attracted me to your work, is that your photography speaks differently. You're not just doing photography where we have the standard, hey, actually kind of like what's back there, right? On
Right.
that was some time ago, everybody. Marcy didn't do those. So, when it comes to doing our business photography, you really have a way of helping to help your subjects be comfortable, confident on camera, and express the essence of who they are. And so I'm really blessed to know you, work with you, but also let's talk about why D.I.N.O. Okay, so
Yeah.
you attended D.I.N.O last year, and you're coming back again this year as an attendee, but also your work in the event, and I asked you to be a speaker. So can you talk a little bit, share, what are you going to be speaking about at this year's conference?
Yes, so we're going to be I'm on a panel with Anna Niemark, who is a fashion stylist, and I know you had her on live a couple of days ago, and also Tamara Graves, who is your, your jewelry girl, and yep, the Park Lane Jewelry. because in my world, I really do talk about, to people when we talk about getting photos done, it's not like they just go to Sears Portrait and just the screen gets pulled down in the back and they just sit there. There's a whole conversation that happens before I even put the camera in front of their face, is how do you want to show up and how do you want to appeal to your either next level client or whomever you're trying to sell to. So that absolutely goes into how you're going to dress and how you're going to accessorize. So what I'll be doing at D.I.N.O is we're going to be speaking, the three of us, on a panel all about how to get styled and prepared so you're living and breathing your brand. And what's really cool is we're going to show you a behind the scenes of an actual styling session. And I, for simplicity's sake, and maybe selfishly, I was the one that was receiving the styling. So Anna, who's on the panel with us, she came over to my house and she did a closet audit, and I explained to her some specific goals that I had for outfits. And then later today, I'm meeting her at a boutique, and she will have pulled some looks for me. So what we will present at D.I.N.O is the behind the scenes of a styling session, because it's really not just about having a pretty picture or a pretty outfit. It's really about putting together a look that's really intentional and is talking specifically to your ideal clients. So that's the panel. And then Tamara is going to be she's going to be styling us live with jewelry. So we're going to really show how the whole look comes together. And again, it goes back to being intentional and the reasons why you're dressing, because you could just wear leggings all day and that's fine, but not always.
I love it, love it, love it. And this is the evolution that I've gone through too. You and I've talked about this over the years. I look back in my teen years, my 20 years, and the essence of who I am was always there. I just didn't have the confidence to stay with it. I let other people's input over the years really impede my thinking about how I needed to dress. And I remember I worked with and had a personal conflict, a struggle for decades, especially in the business world, thinking that we had to show up, like the apparel of the day needs to be the black suit, the stiff suit, the uncomfortable shoes, the blouses. Now I do have blouses. I love I
but
have
the
a very
pants is not the wardrobe anymore.
right. We've evolved, and so what you all are doing, and what I've asked, why I was so excited to know you and create this panel, is that I know I'm not the only one that struggles with this, and I have to say, getting dressed is so much easier. I save so much more time because all my clothes mix and match. I know I'm very confident now in putting together the looks, whether I'm like today, I'm sort of semi-casual, but I'm still repping my brand, right? Or if I am out as I'm speaking, I can't wait, because that's a different way to go. So I'm so excited to have you share your knowledge, because you're going to talk a little bit too about, okay, we have the look all pulled together, and then you're going to give us a couple of simple tips too on how to be comfortable and confident on camera, right?
Yes, because I definitely can sympathize with what a dentist feels like, because people they actively tell me, "Oh, I hate getting my pictures done. I don't want to be here." And it's it's really interesting. I'm like, "Oh, this is what it feels like when people show up at the dentist's office." So, I have a lot more sympathy now for people who don't want to get their photos taken but know they have to. And so what I'll be doing is I'll be sharing some tips for looking confident on camera. And this applies to whether you're taking a selfie and doing your own photos, or if you're hiring a professional and you need to nail it on the day of your photo shoot.
And this will also work too, even on video a little bit, right? Because it'll
Oh yeah,
translate.
that's the point. Yeah, it's
Awesome.
just about presence, really. So, truly what you're learning, you could apply to real life when you're having a conversation, or even if you're in a networking situation too.
I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so the last question, because I could talk to you for 10 hours easily and it would go fast. Well, for me anyways. So when we talked about D.I.N.O and I asked you to consider being on this panel, why did you say yes? Because you were really quick about it.
So last year it was the inaugural Dare to be D.I.N.O, and I was with you throughout the planning process. So I felt really close to what the vision was in your head. So when I showed up at the event, it was almost like I felt like I knew what it was going to be, because I had been learning from you what your vision was. But when I had got there, it just, the energy was even more elevated, and the people that you had in the room, the speakers and the attendees, it was way more incredible than I had expected it to be. Just because I think when you have a live event, there's energy, and there's this like tangible aspect about coming together live. And so what I knew after attending last year, I said I'm committing to being a part of it again next year, and I want to be involved. So let me know how I can support you. And I'll show you. Hold on, I have it right here.
Okay.
My D.I.N.O workbook from last year. So
Mhm.
what was really effective to me specifically about participating in this event with you was that it wasn't, so sometimes you go to events or you go to motivational speakers or what have you, and you sit there and you feel all warm and fuzzy, and then you leave, and then that feeling dissipates. Or you have all these ideas and you're like, whoa, I never activated any of those ideas. So what I appreciated about the event was that you walked us through step by step your entire agenda, and I took notes. And then each speaker had his or her, this is back to your stuff, but each speaker had their own page. And I know Tom's going to be back again this year. So what was incredible for me was I got to actually create some goals. I know this is reversed, but I got to sit down and think, and I had some time to implement during Dare to be D.I.N.O. And for me, I had time to set some goals, personally and business goals. And then throughout the year, I was referring to this. So it wasn't just like I did it and then I chucked it and never thought about it again. I was referencing this throughout my year. So what's really impactful for me is I can say with all honesty that the goals that I had set for my business, I have met or exceeded them. And yeah, I mean, because that, and when you look back and you're like, wow, how cool. Like I've met my goals. I've exceeded some goals. And so that to me is the importance of what events like this bring to your life. It's not just a rah feel good event. It's like, let's get some done, and here's how you do it. And I'm a get done, I'm editing myself kind of girl. So I like to make my goals.
Well, wait to see what we have lined up for this year. So with that, I want to say a couple of other quick hellos. Hello, Chris. Thanks for joining us today. I have been immersed deep. In fact, if y'all knew, oh, hi, Jeff. Welcome, welcome. This morning, since early this morning, I have been deep in the weeds all about strategy and strategic thinking, because one of the sessions, okay, guys, I have you on board here, but I'm going to share with you, it's already being publicized, but one of the things that I'm actually going to be teaching on, one of my segments, is for ladies how to think like a man but win like a woman. And so we're this event, and gentlemen, I invite you to, we have men coming in of all shapes and sizes, we have women of all shapes and sizes. I want to encourage you, if you've been sitting on the fence about attending, we have really stacked the deck in your favor, and I encourage you, get your tickets today, because on Thursday this week I am launching for all of our attendees. I am doing my 90-day jumpstart marketing plan class. It's a virtual training room. This in and of itself is $1,000 class. You get it as a bonus for no additional investment other than just your attendance at the 3-day event. And we've broken that down so it's ridiculously affordable for the tenure of the knowledge of people coming in the room. And so with that, Marcy, like I said, we could talk for a long time. I just want to say thank you for being on this panel. I'm looking forward to seeing what the three of you put together. I know it's going to be amazing. And, for those of you too, if you have that dynamic human being in your life that needs to attend, talk to me too, because we have other unique sponsorships. You can sponsor an attendee as well. So with that, I will talk with you really soon. Thanks so much for being here. And remember, you're welcome. Everybody, live in your power, live in your peace, rock on, and I will see you very soon. Thanks, Marcy. Bye.